Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the new Russian offensive in Ukraine. Early yesterday morning, the Ukrainian government announced that they were seeing signs of the beginning of a Russian offensive. This Russian offensive, which I briefly covered in recent videos, was predicted to happen for a while now. After completely abandoning northern Ukraine, they strategically redeployed many of their troops to the south, so at least Putin could walk away with something meaning either the Donbass or maybe a new Nova Russia. So let's start in the south. In the south, Putin is once again launching his new offensive. He is trying to take over the port city of Odessa and get a link to Transnistria, a breakaway region of Moldova. Moldova, as I also briefly discussed, is a country like Ukraine that is drifting closer and closer to the west, also having been a part of the Soviet Union, and also with its separatists trying to unite with Russia. However, Moldova's separatists, as of yet, are not fully recognized by Russia. However, if Russia was able to get to the border of Moldova, particularly Transnistria, they could recognize Transnistria and launch an invasion of Moldova as well. But for now, it seems the Ukrainians have stopped all these offensives. The Battle of Mykolaiv ended in a Ukrainian victory, the Russian attacks on Odessa have failed, and most importantly, the Russian flagship of their Black Sea fleet, the fleet that is in that region, was recently hit by 2 Ukrainian missiles and sunk. So, for now, the far south of Ukraine, near Crimea, seems to be looking okay. However, when we go further to the northeast, especially near Donetsk, we see a lot of issues. Donetsk is one of the 2 separatist republics, or so-called republics, of Ukraine. In Mariupol, the defenders are making their last stand at the Azovstal plant, and leaders of the Azov battalion, a group of far-right neo-Nazis, are claiming that the Russians are shelling the Azovstal plant even though there are people sheltering inside. And by people, I mean civilians, women, and children. These civilians have nowhere to go. They have not been allowed out of Mariupol due to the lack of safety corridors. Originally, there were evacuation corridors that had been agreed upon by Russia and Ukraine. However, Russia decided that they would rather not have citizens leave and try and escape, and instead decided to shell and destroy Mariupol. The leaders in Mariupol have said that upwards of 20,000 civilians have already died. Further to the northeast, in central Donetsk, there is the beginnings of a Russian offensive. While the front for northern and western Donetsk stayed mostly the same throughout the war, as of yet, much of eastern Donetsk was already occupied in 2014 by the rebels. Now, Russia is finally making their move, having launched an attack on the city of Yenekiv, which is probably going to lead to some sort of pincer movement. The issue is, where will this pincer movement land? Will it land at the city of Dnipro, Pavlograd, or maybe further north in Sloviansk? Either way, the goal is absolutely to cut off the Ukrainian troops in Lysychansk and Severodonetsk. Additionally, further to the northeast in the Luhansk Oblast, the city of Kreminna just fell. Kreminna is an important city to Ukraine because it allowed them to defend northeastern Donetsk, and it also was serving as a base for those Ukrainian resistance fighters in southwestern Luhansk. Finally, let's move further to the north. Of course, Luhansk Oblast is still occupied, as the Ukrainians have not been able to launch significant counterattacks against ever-increasing Russian reinforcements. However, with the Russians finally launching their offensive south from the city of Izium, it seems that they may be going for the encirclement now. And Russia made this clear, with Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, stating that a new phase in the so-called special operation had begun. Additionally, outside the city of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, the Ukrainians have made many counterattacks, but these seem to have stalled for now, as due to the heightened amount of Russian troops, the Ukrainians have been unable to break through. Thank you for watching, and I'll be glad to give more updates next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.